Hello everyone, this is Hakaym and welcome back to some more World of Warships, and today I'm showing off the Tier 8 French DD, Le Fantastique. I'm probably still mispronouncing these names, but I finally got her. She is not fully upgraded, so do keep this in mind when looking at her, but I figured I might as well show her because, well, she's actually a lot of fun. Once you come from the tier 7, you get to the tier 8, and it is so much big of a difference. Probably most notably is her speed. She's fast. Without speed boost, with a speed flag, it is about 45 knots. With a speed boost, it's almost 55 knots. It's insane how quick this ship is. And you'll be seeing it a little bit later. So right now, top team, tier 8. I'm joined with Wheeze and Yudachi and the Cleveland Prince Eugen. And we're playing on hotspots, which, it's alright. So obviously French cities are not really known for capping, but fortunately there's no capping because this is standard battle. So as I did mention, most notable is her speed, easily getting up to 45 knots. Torpedo range, 8 kilometers as usual. Very quick. She does have triple tubes. She has 3 of them, 2 wing turrets and 1 midline with 5 guns each. The reload time on the guns are about 5 seconds. So a little bit slow, but they do hit pretty hard, and obviously you do have the reload booster, which makes it really, really nice. As usual with French TDs, she doesn't have smoke. I know I'm sounding like a broken record here, but if it's your first time on my channel, this is probably going to be the first video you're watching, so it's always good to be redundant sometimes. So, as always, French TDs are... well, they don't have really a lot of defense except for their speed. The speed is where you're going to be able to get out of. I don't believe this captain's fully retrained. So right now it's 6.8, so be a little bit less once I have her fully retrained, or him fully retrained on the ship. Getting down to, I believe, 6.6, 6.4, something like that. Nuremberg is really ballsy. Our entire team is pushing down this way, really hoping to get the AP off, because just citadeling cruisers to death with your AP is really fantastic. But Nuremberg does go down. Did think about dropping torps towards the Massachusetts Spee, but obviously Graf Spee is in the way, and might as well to assist. Now, our team has split up, as you can see, all the way on the east side and all the way on the west side, and people are already complaining about the east side folks, but as you can see, so is the enemy team. But it has left a very crucial error in our defense, as you're probably just now noticing. Our cap is being capped. Now keep in mind, I am on the 10 line, and to fully cap our base is about 3 minutes, so we have to get back there. Closest ship really right now is the Massachusetts on our side, and the Pensacola, which it looks like the Massachusetts is starting to go back, but even then Massachusetts is not particularly quick battleship, and it is facing off against a destroyer, because we know where the Guay part is. It's all the way on the D line at D4. So more than likely it's the Kagero, and lo and behold, it's the Kagero, and it does look like we might try to get back. And this is where I really like the Fantasque. Is her speed. She's really quick, 53.5 knots, and this is very amusing because my friend Yudachi and the Prince Eugen, who's actually a lot closer to the cap than I am, is also racing back towards the cap. Now, we do know that the Kagero has at least dropped torps. More than likely, by the time we get there, he'll have his torps ready. But he will be spotting the Prince Eugen way before he spots me. And that might prove beneficial. Now, our team is doing their very best, which is really nice. Really nice, I guess. They're pushing forward unfortunately, we're kind of losing a few players, so it's not so good at the moment. One little side note as we're racing back towards the cap, this speed is just insane. Her AA defense is 3.5 kilometer range. It's not particularly great, and once again, her own defense is her speed, but CVs really play a hard counter because they can keep you spotted and they can constantly harass you. And if they're good enough, they can easily take you out. We are detected. Kagero is obviously around, but even though he's almost 3/4 way fully captured, he's not going to be in time to fully cap out because, well, Fantasque has almost beat even the Prince Eugen back. That was a lot closer, and obviously has dropped his torpedo and is smoked, so he's not does not have reload booster, and this Kagero has to know he's screwed. Just has to know he's screwed. He's still in cap, seeing that smoke screen. He knows the Fantasque's coming his way, but no, he still sits there, and yeah, this is just kind of questionable decision. He should have gave that up, should have tried to run away when he saw me coming in, but even the Kagero can't get away from a Fantasque with full speed boost. And do pop the reload booster, and this Kagero is just getting pummeled down. One main issue with the French GDs is with the speed boost, you can get yourself into trouble quite easily because you can really misjudge how fast you're going and get into a situation where you can get focused down relatively quickly and easily. So you do have to be extremely careful when using your speed because it can really mess you up. Torpedoes actually hit pretty hard, around 14,000 points of damage. We are at least kind of pulling ahead. We're ahead one ship. Even though the Kagero has stopped our point progress quite dramatically, we might be able to still win this, though it is looking a little grim because they still have their Massachusetts, their Vlad, their Rish, and their North Carolina still alive and fairly healthy. I believe, yes, even the Rish should lose full health, so our team could possibly be in a bit of a danger right now, which is not particularly good. North Carolina getting really close to that Vladivostok, is in very much danger of possibly getting killed right here, but the Vlad is showing a lot of broadside to our friendly Massachusetts. NC tries to go for a drive-by, gets his guns not looking in the right direction, allows the Vlad to finish him off, and once again, I misjudged my speed and I get a little bit too close, and instead, so I just go ahead and open up, switch over to AP because the AP is actually pretty darn good against broadside battleships. Never underestimate your AP, even though we got a broken shell there, but still pretty darn good. Can chunk them down very quickly, getting around 1400 overall, not too bad. Obviously, we are spotted by that NC. Might as well continue shooting away because our team is in need of some assistance. Get a fire on that NC, and once again, these shells hit pretty hard. They have a decent fire chance, and especially when you get that reload booster, you can really pump out the shells. Get double fire on the NC. He does repair it, which does mean if he does get another fire, he will go down. Hopefully, we should be able to bring this back. Rudder shift time on the La Fantastique, once again, is decent. It's about 3 seconds, but that's once fully upgraded. I obviously don't have that fully upgraded because I am using the stock hull, and obviously that's not particularly good. We do get a fire on that North Carolina, and hoping to at least shoot him down. Now the range right now on stock is 11.9. Which is alright. I'm a little hesitant always to go for increased range because once you fire guns, you're more easily detected. So it is a little bit of a trade-off, getting additional range, being able to shoot at targets much further out, but also being detected a lot easier. Now that North Carolina is really starting to burn. He does have 2 fires on him. Our friend Weeze up there is trying to take out to the Guepard, which is the tier 6 French DT, and is having a bit of an issue. That's the thing about French DTs. They can take down light cruisers with relative ease, especially at range, because the Cleveland, its HE velocity is quite terrible, and it is very, very lofty. I go ahead and stop shooting just so I can get into cap, because our team's not doing so hot. Many of our battleships are very low in health. We only have the Tirpitz and Massachusetts left, and I believe the Tirpitz is about half health and the Massachusetts is a quarter health, and a few of their battleships, I believe even their Massachusetts, is fully healthy. So yes, it's a little bit of a danger right now. We do have a Normandy behind us who is trying to assist, who is near full health, and unfortunately we have lost Wheeze there to some torpedoes, dropping torpedoes, hoping to get them off. Now, one downside of the fact that the torpedoes are so fast is they're more than likely to miss a target if the target really decides to dodge around. So slower torpedoes do allow you the ability to hit targets that are a little bit more, or better use of words, using their WASDA hacks. So yeah, it's kind of a trade-off, but once again, you can hit targets a little bit more reliably, especially if you're a little bit closer, because they are so darn quick. Now obviously things are a little bit of a danger. Obviously we've lost Wheeze, we have Udachi hammering the Richelieu and the Massachusetts, who are just now starting to cap, and unfortunately we don't get a torpedo hit. So really it comes down to we need to cap, because we're not going to win this on destroying all the ships, so we need to cap. It's going to be the only way we can win. But the only thing really preventing us from doing that is the North Carolina, who is starting to push in. Fortunately, is focusing on the Normandy. Honestly, this North Carolina should have focused towards me. I think I would have been a much more important target, but once again, some players don't really understand that priority selection is very much needed in World of Warships. But just look at that, 2,000. So nice to see. That NC is going to go down to our fire, and that is actually our very first kill of the game. And we might actually win this. We are being shot at by the Guepard. Udachi is doing his very best to prevent them from really beginning to cap. But obviously the Normandy is trying to assist as well, which is beneficial because it does cut down the amount of time that is required to fully cap out, but also makes them a bigger target. So it's kind of a trade-off. Obviously being cautious, looking to see where that Guepard is coming, because obviously he has to be moving towards the cap. It is also possible he's very low in health, because he is just shooting at range over the island. So he might be extraordinarily low in health, and that's why he may not really want to show himself. But even though we have lost Udachi, the Normandy is still being shot at. We're actually going to fully cap this out. And that is going to be it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like what you saw, hit the like and subscribe button. You guys have a great and fantastic day. Zaijian.